Hello world, hello YouTube, hello everybody. Seeing what everything is on my... Well, my last video was about reality, and I said I'd make a video. And since I got another 6-8 pounds of meat here, that was my phone listening to me, turning on the computer. That's spooky. Man, I'm good at this. What was I going to say, right? I was going to make it about hostile environment, this and that, and friendships, and how some people, like the loner mentality, people think they're going to be a loner out there, you know, in the breakdown, and be like old Mad Max and things like that. I'm here to tell you what, that ain't gonna work. You will go insane, as have I, a bit. I can identify it and, you know, define it, and that way it can't affect me. You know, as one would think, if you know what the problem is, then you don't have it to be a problem so much. Man, I'm good at this. Right? I'm 9 years on into my widowship, and I'm here in a hostile environment. This town is absolutely hostile to me, so I don't have any friends here. There are some that are friendly, some that are close. But as far as down to the ground, birth to earth, you know, I'm sorry to say, and I have to be honest, but there's no one here. Not even my children are friendly with me, or my friends, to be quite honest with you. And it, you know, and it affects you. Now think about being in a hostile, man alive. Think about being in a hostile environment, you know, in a more high pressure environment, say, where, you know, your life depends on this and that. My life isn't that bad off. It's not great at all. But, you know, we could be in the breakdown and I'd be struggling out there, surviving instead of getting the twos and fews and the handouts that I get. Right? So I have a slower breakdown experience. No way will you be that guy that can, you know, go out there and live in the wilderness like old Kevin Costner in Waterworld. God, can you imagine that? I didn't weigh it. Hot damn, I'm good. No way will you be able to keep your mind alone in a breakdown. Now, mine is a softer breakdown. I'm losing my mind now. And I say again, because this, you know, someone might not have seen the last video, so I'll repeat. I've been at it 9 years. I've been 9 years alone with passively hostile individuals in my environment. You know, they ain't out there to shoot me, but by God, they'll let me die, and I know that for a fact. Oh, my aching back. I know that for a fact. I've seen them do it. So your mind goes a little crazy. Oh, I shouldn't have boasted. Oh, I'll just leave it. Be a nicer meal. Right? You will not make it. Physical aspects. I'm doing pretty good now because I just did that video. My last one about reality. But speaking, the actual physical act of speaking is a problem. The tongue doesn't work, the jaw muscles don't form, the sounds and letters and words well. Having trouble, with putting actual sentences and stuff like that together. Making up stories, or my words have gotten simpler. I used to have a vocabulary that was, hard to beat. Because I love words. I'm a word monger. Praxis Prepper. Give a shout out to Praxis Prepper. He's a good guy. He's got a lot of good stuff. He does a lot of good things. He can attest to that I'm pretty good at my wordness. Let's see if I make out. But no waste, no little ditto dots. Look at it. No leftover. I like that. And but now I'm losing my ability to my mind won't work. I won't come up with what I want to say. I'll have to come up with sillier stuff to speak of, and this and that. Now, what helps with that is, having someone to talk to, and not just the fellas outside outside your tent or your encampment or whatever. You got to have in-depth conversations with someone that is deep with you. You both have, each other's cares and concerns and issues at heart. Not in mind, but at heart. Right? Camera's falling. Sorry, guys. Got this set on my counter. It's not doing well. There we go. Right? What's in the way? Or else you will go insane. The computer helps mostly, but the bad thing about that is it replaces. Right? Let's try this. Right? Where's the shadow? It replaces a relationship rather than augments. And that's a bad thing. I can't go out here and meet anybody due to circumstances that we might face similarly. A disease, attrition, drugs, hatefulness, incompatibility. And that's another thing. A small community, that's going to be a tough one, because you need variety, not diversity, but a variety, of people to be able to converse with, talk with, be with, or it's doomed to failure. Doomed to failure. And then put in the stress factor of enemy at the gate. People, aggressing your area, or chronically, needling you like guerrilla warfare. There's going to be a lot of snaps. A lot of people are just going to go nuts, or who knows what. Be a good question to answer as to the group's mental health. Not mental, because that's going crazy, but the group's collective mentality and graciousness and having a good heart, or trying to stay good and not screw each other around, or not just break down, I can't take it no more, and run off into the woods screaming. And that doesn't work. I've tried it. It was the desert, and everyone saw me and go, yeah, he's gone crazy. Right? They didn't go out there. What's the matter, man? That's another thing. Lack of compassion. Lack of compassion is a real factor in your group speak and your group mentality. If you don't have compassion from someone, because I don't have any here, I have it on the computer. I have it from my prepper friends, Prepper Princess, a couple others, Robert, and Can Do, and then to name a few. But it's not coming up and, man hugging and all that, or, your woman, your wife going, hug you, clean that wound, give you something to eat. So glad you're back. I love you. If you don't have that, there is no point, number one. Number two, you will fail. Without question. If you can't achieve those human aspects, then your group, your community, you yourself will not make it. Because I'm not making it. And don't get into my comments, oh, you're a heck of a guy, This is a report from the edge. You know what I mean? I'm reporting my findings as per my research into, this environment and these events and these times I'm going through. This isn't for a sorrow thing. This is to tell you that if you don't achieve these after a while, after the fighting, after the struggle to survive and all that, if you don't rise and find love, compassion, friendship, camaraderie, esprit de corps, you will fail and you will die. And on that note, ooh, spooky. Live by your wits, not by your worries. Peace. Or is it peace? Ah, creepy. I'm digging it. Bye. I can make a broom. Stupid. All right, bye. Humor too. Gotta have a humor. All right, bye.